I find when I am writing an Amish novel, I feel more at peace, and I feel like it's just a wonderful way to be. The Amish that I've talked to, their faith drives their life, and nobody's wearing crosses or trying to convert you. It's just solid in every single conversation, and it never fails. I'll go over and have some coffee with the ladies, or my husband and I will go have pizza with my Amish friends, and they just in regular conversation, it's just like, well, we'll see what the Lord has in store, or this has been hard, but I'm praying about it. And sometimes people want to imagine that an Amish life is an easy one. It really isn't, and they have just as many problems as we do. But I loved what you said about there's so much chaos, if you're in an Amish home, it's so quiet. And it's like they've taken all the outside elements that are distracting, and it's removed. And I have to say, it feels like there's a clarity there that maybe sometimes it gets muddled in a regular day, for me anyway.
Shelley, I'm going to make an attempt at pivoting toward this book, Unforgiven, because in light of what we were just talking about, this sense of simplicity and biblically based morality, we recognize that we are not of this world, but we are in the world. We are in the world, but not of the world, as it's been said.
Yes.
So in this book,
yes,
Unforgiven, you have, if I can say it like this, you have one world, that is the world of the Amish, but you also have the world that is encroaching upon it. Tell me what you're trying to do here.
Well, maybe it's because I've written a lot of novels about the Amish, my heart is very attached to Crittenden County, Kentucky. I just enjoy it because it's so different than many Amish communities. Now, I've been there several times. I've done book launches there. Everyone there is very nice. It just so happens in my made-up world and Unforgiven. I just want to make that clear.
In a real place, and I really like the name of that place, as a matter of fact.
Right. In my made-up, fictionalized world, some people have done some really bad things, and my hero, he has been in prison for killing a person. My heroine has been divorced. She's a survivor of her husband abused her. So there are some very heavy topics, and the book opens 5 years after all of this happened, and my characters are no longer Amish, but they are not shunned, but they are searching for a place. And as the book continues, you find out that some of the things that has happened in their past haven't left, which is the suspense element. But also the other element is they are hoping to find a place in the community and be forgiven for their sins. And although everyone says that they want to forgive them, they kind of really haven't.
Yeah.
And then they realize, especially my heroine, that she hasn't actually, she's asked God to forgive her and the community forgive her, but she hasn't forgiven herself. And so there's some heavy topics. And I will say, if anyone is interested in this book, there really is some lovely upbeat things. I mean, I always try to write a book based on what my Amish friend's advice is. And years ago, after she read maybe my first 4 novels, I asked her for advice, and she said, "Shelley, I just want you to write a book when I'm on page 120, I want to turn to page 121. And so that's always my goal, is to write an exciting book that you want to turn the page. So that is, in a nutshell, what I hope Unforgiven is.